Hello guys, so if you're just transforming yourself from editing softwares like PR or Davinci Resolve to Final Cut Pro and you find that it's kind of frustrating on the timeline and you are looking for solutions, so today's video I'm gonna show you some tips on how to manage your timeline properly. So first of all, if you want to remove or change or move any of the clip like this, you realize that the clips above will go along with the clip itself. This is because the timeline, the middle line is actually the primary storyline. So all the clips above there is actually attached to it. You can see that there's a very small link to the primary timeline. And whenever you change the clip on the primary timeline, everything follows. Sometimes when you delete the primary storyline, you can realize that the audio file goes missing as well. So this could be very frustrating for people like me because sometimes this is very disruptive to your workflow. So firstly, you can use the tilde key. It's located at the top left hand corner of your keyboard just below the exit key. So when you press this, there is a little red circle appears just below your your mouse, and then every time you drag the primary timeline video, it does not affect the video clip above it. However, if you drag this back to the previous position, this will change everything because this clip is actually being linked to the second part of the clip. So what you need to do is to always click the primary storyline video that has a link above it. For example, this video has an audio that is linked, actually two audios that are linked to this video. It works as well, but sometimes it gets a little bit more messy because as you can see, there are a lot of audios being linked to some videos, and this could be very messy. So this brings me to the second tip, position tool. I sometimes call it a P mode for video editing. So you just press P and then you just drag it here, and as you can see, the audio file is not being affected by this dragging motion. However, there's this empty frames created. Sometimes dragging this will overwrite the clip before or after this clip. What you can do is to create empty frames, sometimes called slugs. So what you need to do is press Option plus W, and you can see there's this slugs appearing here, and there's absolutely nothing over here, so you can just adjust everything. Sometimes it might be very tedious or very time consuming to delete all these empty frames, but this can be very handy if you want to simply rearrange everything and readjust everything without being overwriting any part of your video. Please remember to use the shortcuts like Command Z to undo or Command Shift plus Z to redo. This comes very handy sometimes when you accidentally overwrite clips and all, and it saves you a ton of editing time. And this position tool does not substitute the tilde mode because as you can see that when I reposition this video, the whole thing above it reposition as well. And if you're in the P mode and you want to change back to the normal mode, you just go here and choose the select tool, or just simply press the shortcut A, and that's all you need to do. And if you want to create slugs at precisely below this part of the clips, be it compound clips or any just selection of clips, you just press Option, Command and up arrow key, and that is it, and it creates automatically a secondary storyline for you. And next up will be using the compound clips. It can be very helpful for creating audio files as well. What I mean audio files is actually audio tracks. So for example, if you are editing and you're dragging all these videos above the audio track, and as you can see from just now, it's very messy sometimes. And let's say you have certain spots, like for example this is a marker where it indicates that you want to have certain visuals appearing at precisely this point. So what you can do, select everything and then make it a compound file by pressing Option plus G and create a compound clip. And then next time you don't really have to be very careful about the visual side because all the audio is being fixed at the position. So the video will precisely appear at the moment where it needs to be. You can always press Command Z to undo the compound clip. Lastly, I want to say a little bit about using your secondary storyline. Sometimes when you have a lot of clips, I don't know, let's say you have a lot of clips above your primary storyline, you want to readjust the positions, and you can see that all these videos become the third track, and this might be very time consuming if you want to just simply change the position of one clip and you have to I don't know, repeat a lot of unnecessary steps to make this happen. What you need to do is just to select all the clip that is above the primary storyline and use Command plus G to create a secondary storyline. So what this does was to create a fixed duration of this part of the storyline. So next time you want to reposition the clips, you just need to pull this clip and move it to the position that you want, and it's done. And if you want to cancel this secondary storyline, it's also very simple. You just press Command, Option and the up arrow key, this being removed from the secondary storyline, and you can position this single clip any position you want, and you can always put it back, and there's a slug in between. If you want, you can always just delete the slug. That's the end of today's video. If you have any questions, please leave a comment. If not, all the best for your editing, and see you next time. Bye bye.